pretext is a purpose or a motive alleged or an appearance assumed in order to cloak the real intention or state of affairs.
Initial access. OMI is trying to get into your network.
Listen, this is your manager, and I'm trying to send off an email. I got this document. Need you to confirm a few details. So go ahead and log in and tell me what you think. I need this now, so to make this convenient, here is the link. I'm a threat actor, fishing mark for email is urgent to distract you with it. So how fast you clicked it when you submitted the form with your password in it. You probably couldn't tell there was an actual difference in the URL. The domains look alike though, and to you it looks fine though. Well, mine had typos and make it look like yours. See, I was in the mood today to make your account a communal space, but then you activated your trap card, and I saw you had 2FA, but I just shrugged. I'ma shake it off. Got on kid gloves, I'ma take them off. Got your phone number, I'ma make a call. I'ma break this wall, it just makes me lol. I'm moving quick, I'm on a mission. Yeah, I heard your network is lit. I'm trying to get in. Yeah, I'm trying to get me a hit. When I go fishing. Yeah, you probably think it's legit. I got you clicking. Yeah. Hello. Hi. I'm calling you from the IT department. We have been under attack by some hackers, and we think that your account might be a target.
Oh no, how do I fix this?
No need to worry, I wrote up a ticket. You'll get a notification from your authenticator app, so please pass me them digits.
1 sec.
Okay.
Yeah. The code is 112345.
Thank you. You fell for the lie, so I hung up the phone without saying goodbye. Cutting it short like a crew cut. Probably think it won't happen to you, but it happened to Uber. They say you win some, you lose some. Boys got a smooth touch hacking you too, bruh. You know how I be creeping and I'm logged in your VPN. It probably looks anomalous. Some logs if you be keeping them. And probably unaware about the shares that have been peeping. And the reason I'll be seeking them, I'm looking for an easy win. You probably thought it was a magic trick, and you're mad you clicked. I'ma stack my chips and bet that a DA password is sitting in an admin script. I'm moving quick, I'm on a mission. Yeah, I heard your network is lit. I'm trying to get in. Yeah, I'm trying to get me a hit. When I go fishing. Yeah, you probably think it's legit. I got you clicking. I'm moving quick, I'm on a mission. Yeah, I heard your network is lit. I'm trying to get in. Yeah, I'm trying to get me a hit. When I go fishing. Yeah, you probably think it's legit. I got you clicking.
Hello, everyone. Hello, and welcome again to another edition of Generative AI in Azure. So, I think that this is probably like our 6th edition now. Also, like Kenny, I think so, right?
I think fifth.
5th. Wow, it's been going for quite a while now. So that's super interesting. So, yeah. So thanks very much for joining us again today. So, of course, my name is David, and I have with me here.
Candy.
Yep. And today we're going to be doing something different. So prior to this edition, I've been doing like a lot of the speaking, a lot of the presentation. Kenny is obviously very talented young woman with a lot of experience in terms of like the fintech space and data analysis space. And then today we thought we'll get some lessons from Kenny, from our perspective in terms of how she's seeing, what we're talking about in terms of generative AI. So Kenny, so what are we going to be learning today? So go ahead and just give us like a brief intro in terms of what you're thinking, your background, and what we're going to be learning from you today.
Okay, today we are going to be focusing on roles AI agents play in data analysis. Okay, so
Nice.
with AI agents now, the way data analysis is being carried out is becoming a little different than the traditional ways we're used to. So, like, I'm going to be exploring some of the roles AI agents play in the data lifecycle.
That's awesome. When you first sent me the title, I was like, this is going to be really good. I was really looking forward to it. so and I can't wait to like learn from you and Today, if you permit me, I'll be the voice of the people. So if there's any questions, I'll fire away. I'll ask away. But yeah, I'll be looking forward to that. But what you said now, that is really, really, something vital, because every role, every process, um, every aspect will be impacted by like this whole AI revolution, right? Everything, the way that we do things won't be the same going forward. And is that sort of like what you're also like trying to like get at in terms of like from a data analysis perspective? That's also changing. It's not going to be the same.
Yes.
Yeah. Nice. Okay. So I'll be quiet for now. We'll hand over the floor to you, and then just let you carry on. So feel free, to share your screen whenever you're ready, and then we'll be happy to learn from you.
Okay. All right. So we're going to start by defining what AI agent is in the context of data analysis. Okay, so for me, I see them as assistants that are able to assist in or fully execute tasks across the data lifecycle, from data cleaning to data exploration, data modeling, and data visualization. And unlike traditional data analysis tools, AI agents can learn from data, they can adapt to new tasks, make decisions, and automate complex workflows with little to no human input. So we're going to be exploring the roles AI agents plays in data analysis. So I'll be sharing my screen very soon.
Nice. So also, while Kenny sharing your screen, if you do have questions to the audience, please do put your questions in the chat window. And again, I'll be your voice today. I'll be happy to ask the question to um, Kenny at the end of that. So
Yes. Okay. So AI agents, like I said before, they are changing the way data analysis is being carried out. And it does this by automating a whole lot of the work process, from data cleaning to data modeling, data visualization, and so on. So this enables this seamless collaboration between humans and machines. Like, it's bringing in a lot of revolution in the data analysis space by automating repetitive tasks, because most tasks within in the data analysis workflow, they are usually repetitive. So with AI agents is able to automate those repetitive tasks and allow humans to augment the use of what's it called, AI agents. So I'm going to be sharing 10 key rules today.
nice.
First is that of a data cleaning assistant. Like, every data analysis process always starts with data cleaning, with the AI agents. Like, a typical data analyst will spend 80% of their time cleaning data, filling missing values, standardizing data formats, removing duplicates from data. And sometimes this gets tiring and it's repetitive. So with AI agent comes into play by automating this process, acting as a data cleaning assistant, allowing the data analyst to focus on more productive roles. Though this too is productive, but it's repetitive, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah. And
Yeah.
even though I'm not a data analyst, I can relate to that a little bit, Kenny. So
Yes.
like we where like some of like the data type stuff that I do, like maybe like with Excel and stuff, I find myself sometimes copying them and pasting them into like an AI agent or something to just say, hey, format it in this way for me, and things like that.
Yeah. So for example, when you upload you're working with a sales data set, AI agents can identify outliers in the data set, correct inconsistencies that can be in the data set, and basically just giving you a clean data set to just move on from there.
Mhm. Mhm. Nice.
Okay. So second is the role of a data integration specialist. So with data integration, like data is everywhere. Like our data can be in Excel spreadsheets, can be found in the SQL database. Data AI agents now, where they come into place when play into this is that it's able to combine data from all of these sources into one unified model. For example, it pulls HR data set from an Excel file, merges it with a maybe payroll data from a SQL database, and automatically creates a unified star schema or snowflake schema for analysis on employees' performance.
That's definitely a
Ah,
very common problem, right? Like where data that's coming from like multiple sources, you just want to really quickly combine them together. But I'm guessing like this allows you to do that more faster than if you were trying to
more faster,
manually.
yes.
So prior to like AI agents, do people do that manually, or do people like use like maybe special tools to map out to say this one maps to this one? Is that how it's done? Yeah,
It's done
manually.
manually.
Yeah.
Like you extract data from Excel, then you have your data in maybe SQL database, then you manually bring them together. But with AI agents, this is done automatically. Yeah. So after that has been done, the next step is after data has been integrated, the next step is to explore the data to find um, summaries, like little information from the data briefly, and before you get into the like real analysis part of it. So AI agents comes into play as a exploratory data analyst. These agents, they are able to generate summary statistics, they're able to detect trends in data, they're able to identify outliers in data and visualize distributions autonomously, meaning independently without inputs from humans. For example, when you're working with a campaign data set and you ask the agent is able to identify top key performance indicators, that the KPIs, correlation, heat maps, audience segment insights, and identify key drivers without inputs from human analysts.
Mm. And it's very interesting one, Kenny. I actually have like a very interesting story of this one. So one of my own use case for not just ChatGPT but other like chats like inference endpoint for these models is I use it. I key, key in like whatever I do throughout the day. So I always put it in. So for example, after we finish this, I'll say, "Oh, I hosted a meetup with Kenny from 6 to 7," and then at the end of the week, I'll say, like to your point, give me a graph of how I've spent my time this week. Right? Let me know like stuff, and it just goes to like what I've entered like for the past week, and just goes, "Here's some graph on how you spent your week," and blah 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 blah. So it is definitely becoming more and more common these days. Hmm.
Okay, so next is a query builder or SQL generator. So for this, not everybody uses SQL, but with AI agents, you really don't even have to, because AI agent is able to understand natural language, that is plain English. Just tell it, show me, for example, revenue by region for the last quarter. Then it's generates SQL code from this, and really even non-technical users are able to take advantage of this, because the end users of data analysis, they are not usually they're not all usually technical experts. So sometimes, like, AI agent has now come in to simplify most of this. Someone that does not use SQL is able to use SQL as a result of AI agents. So business owners are now able to ask complex questions in natural language, and the agent will automatically generate, optimize, and execute whatever queries they want.
Nice. So there is a question in the chat window. I'm not sure if you want me to bring that up now, Kenny.
Yes, you can.
Yeah. So the question is from Daniel Mawa Ogunbayo. Thanks for joining. So Daniel is asking, is this limited to specific input sources? And I'm thinking like maybe that's based on like maybe the previous slide. It says, is this limited to specific input sources? If so, where can we find the list of supported data sources? I'm not sure if you have any input on that, Kenny.
No,
I'm thinking that maybe Daniel is asking about like maybe in Azure AI Foundry,
probably.
like maybe like the data sources for like agents is it limited? Like where what where what's the limit in terms of the data sources for this? So the answer to that is Microsoft has a list of supported sources or different sources that they support. So they have a list, and I'll get to the list and I'll share that with you. So they have a list. So typically, the list of supported sources are data services in Azure. However, let me go ahead and bring up like the stuff. So I'll get that documentation and I'll share it with Daniel. So they do have a list. So it is limited to things like Azure Blob Storage, Azure AI Search, another like One Lake, Microsoft One Lake, and other types of like Microsoft types of services. But there are also ways to integrate external data sources into the AI agent. So okay, thanks. Please go ahead, Ken.
Yeah. Okay, so for an AI agent that acts as a data visualization designer, usually like every the visualization, it plays a role in making or breaking a decision. So with AI agent helps to choose the right chart to explain your analysis in a clear visual way. It is able to automatically apply themes. It is able to build interactive dashboards in Power BI, in Tableau, or even with Python. So, for example, you ask an agent create a comprehensive sales dashboard within seconds. It's completed with interactive sliders, KPIs, and trend analysis. And usually, this usually take some time, but with AI agents, within matter of minutes, you have a great visualization to tell stories with, because the main importance of data visualization is to be able to communicate to users of the data.
Hmm.
Yeah. So next is reports writer or narrative analyst. So AI agents are now able to generate summaries and narratives from data analysis. After the whole data cleaning, data modeling, data visualization, the next thing is to write a report or to tell a story with that data, explaining findings, explaining what you found in the data and all. So with AI agents, it's able to automatically do this. So, for example, you ask the agent after completing quarterly business analysis to generate summary highlighting key findings, trends, and recommendations from that data that you have analyzed. And this is now saving hours of reporting time, because sometimes it takes quite a quite some, like say, hours, because you have to be able to communicate your findings in a way that is understandable and it is clear to the users of the data.
Hmm. It's a really, really interesting one. So one question for me on behalf of the people, Kenny. So apologies. So like here's one of the things that I have noticed sometimes with some of the like these models is like some of them are better at certain capabilities than others. Like so, for example, when we were talking, earlier, we were talking about like GenSpark AI agent and how that is good in creating presentations, right? Or if you pay, if one pays, then it's good at
Yes.
generating it's good at generating presentation if one pays. And then you have like Claude, which a lot of people will say, oh, it's very good when it comes to writing code, or Kimi, right? The Kimi model, like, oh, they are very good at writing code. Are there like some of those that are like popping up when it comes to data analysis where people are like, actually, like maybe ChatGPT is good, or maybe one is a little bit better than another? So more of like I'm not sure if you have any input on that.
We started with Azure AI Foundry.
Yeah.
Yes. So I think like so far that has been like one of them. We have ChatGPT too that maybe almost everybody should know that ChatGPT. So then OpenAI and quite a number of what's it called, of tools.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah.
So next we have a predictive model assistant. This is an AI agent that helps to um, build and evaluate models using AutoML or code. Like what this does is that, like for someone that is not very vast with with machine learning or predictive modeling, like you don't even know where to start. This AI agent is able to select the right type of model for you, whether classification, regression, or clustering. It prepares the features, it evaluates the model and suggests how you can improve on the model. Yeah, so I think this one is a great one for those that are not really vast with machine learning and what's it called? Predictive modeling generally. And the example
Nice.
that I have here, an agent that assists in predicting customer churn, analyzing historical behavior. Usually, when you want to perform predictive modeling, we work with historical data. For example, you want to predict customer churn. You are working with historical data to predict future outcomes. So with AI agents, you really don't do not know you really do not need to know how to do this. Just give it the instructions and to get it done.
Nice.
Yeah. So next up is insights recommender. So this is the AI agent that can uncover hidden patterns in data, anomalies, or make recommendations based on the data. So this insights recommender agent, it can surface patterns and opportunities that manually you might not be able to spot in the data. For example, the agents that can automatically flag down customer satisfaction that drops maybe after making third purchase of an item. Most times you might not be able to manually detect this, but with AI agent is able to automatically um, uncover all of these insights that is in the data, and also recommend insights or how you can make it better.
Nice. So instead of writing formulas and
Yes.
going stuff, we can just go look at this data and just give me the information and then stuff. Okay.
Okay. So next up is a collaboration facilitator. This AI agent it helps to translate insights into plain language, into natural language. It can help to generate PowerPoint slides. It can create interactive reports for business users, and it can also embed insights into emails, portals, or chat tools. A use case is an agent that automatically creates PowerPoint slides summarizing results from a campaign analysis, and this and present the results in a business friendly language, language that is understandable to both the technical users and the non-technical users, with the summaries, the findings from the data, visual charts, and so on.
Nice.
Yes. The last one is the prompt to workflow agents. So this one, this is an agent that can complete multiple analysis workflow from just a single point prompt. Like you tell it to analyze second quarter sales performance, highlight key drivers and strategies from the sales data. Then the agent cleans the data, models the data, builds visuals from the data, explains the results, and also make recommendations based on the data. And this agent is performing the whole data analysis workflow with just a single prompt. So I believe this is actually very good because it's we allow the analysts to focus on other aspects like strategies and like the more complex work, taking away all of this away. Yeah. And okay, let's see. Yes. So the big question that is on everybody's lips: would AI agents replace data analysts and
Yeah,
the big
because you've
answer
gone
is
from all the way from the beginning, all the way. It's like, okay, it will clean up the data, and
yes.
then it will integrate the data, and then it will explore the data for you, and then you can build models from that, and then you can see patterns in the data. Then it's like, okay, so what is left? Is what I was going to say also. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So AI agents are not going to replace data analysts. They are just augmenting their capabilities. They are enhancing data analysts. They're allowing them to focus on like other aspects, taking away like this routine. Because what AI agents does is that like there are a lot of repetitive um, processes in the data analysis work life cycle. So like it's taking away the routine, repetitive that since when an agent can since if a task is repetitive and an agent comes into play um to automatically get this done, I believe that there's something good. And the agents, if there's one thing I'm going to say is that while AI agents are able to perform all of this, like that does not take away the human oversight part of it, because you have to check and see whether, because sometimes AI hallucinates. You can give it a prompt to do one thing and it is doing another thing. So there's also the need for human oversight. While AI agent is able to do this, you don't solely put that responsibility without thinking, oh, I have an agent that can do this. So like I'm free from the burden of doing this and that and that. You still have to like go back and make sure that whatever the AI agent is giving is devoid of bias and is giving exactly what is meant to do. So AI agents are not going to replace data analysts, but they're going to rather enhance their capabilities. So yeah.
Yeah, I remember like a very interesting example of what you said now from the oversight. So it was at one of like the Microsoft conferences where they presented um like like you have like a screenshot or something of like different numbers, so a PDF of different numbers, and then giving it to like a model and then going, hey, do like some analysis on this and the other stuff. And then when they looked deeper, it was messing up the numbers. So maybe something that is 1011, it's become 1101. And they were like, oh, okay. So but if people, if they didn't look at that, it would just have gone, oh, this looks perfect. Yeah, it looks perfect, but it's all messed up numbers. Because it took like something that was this and then it messed it up, and then the numbers like got completely messed up. Yeah.
Yeah, there are some things I'm going to mention. There are like some of the limitations of AI agents, like we're discussing. Like this includes limited domain understanding, also the
mm,
potential for biased outputs.
mm,
Yeah.
mm. And that's like one of the things, because we have like a lot of like these, you know, general, state of the art models, right? Like the open AI models, and the cloud models, and all these other models that are around out there. And one of the things to like keep at the back of our mind is that these are not like fine-tuned model, to your point, like they are not like fine-tuned for certain specific tasks. And in some cases, they may be good at answering like general questions, but they may not necessarily be the best models to use when it comes to like data analysis use cases or other use cases that one may have out there. Nice. So yeah, Kenny, so is there any other thing that you wanted to add to that?
No, I think that'll be all for me.
Nice. No, that was really, really informative. That was really, really good. Thanks very much for sharing that. So the way what I'm taking away from what you shared today, Kenny, is that there are different use cases for AI agents when in the field of like data analysis. And data analysts should also start exploring how they can begin to like leverage
Leverage.
agents, yeah, for some of like their tasks. So this is, I understand like this is like the first part of like what you have for us. And at some point, maybe the next time or the time after that, we're going to see a demo of some of these agents in action,
Yes.
that you have on Azure. So make sure that you join. So there will be a demonstration of like some of the agent types, built on Azure, and so you can see like what those looks like. But this has been really, really informative, really, really useful. Thanks very much for sharing that, Kenny. If anyone has any question, feel free to drop your question. Otherwise, we'll just pause here for today, and then we'll pick it up from there in the next 2 weeks. Thanks for taking the time to share with us, and we'll see you, Kenny, and we'll see everyone again the next 2 weeks. Have a lovely time. Speak to you all. Bye for now. Bye bye.